Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I should be further by now? Have you ever scrolled through social media and felt like everyone else is ahead, achieving more, doing more, living more, while you're just trying to survive the day? Let's pause that noise right here, because I'm about to tell you something powerful, something that might just shift everything. You are not behind. No matter what the world makes you feel, no matter how old you are, no matter how long it's taken, time is still on your side. We've been programmed to believe that there's only one timeline that matters, the fast one, the early success, the young millionaire, the prodigy. And if we don't hit those marks by a certain age, we're told, directly or indirectly, that we failed, that we're late, that we missed it. But that is a lie, a destructive, toxic lie that has robbed too many people of their peace, their confidence, and their power. You're not late, you're learning, you're not slow, you're developing, you're not lost, you're becoming. The truth is, your journey was never supposed to look like anyone else's. You are here to walk your own path, at your own pace, with your own purpose. And every delay, every detour, every moment you thought was wasted, it's all a part of it. Nothing is wasted. Not the heartbreak, not the confusion, not the slow seasons. It's all preparing you for something real. Think about how many dreams have been killed by one thought. It's too late for me. How many goals were never reached? Not because they were impossible, but because someone believed the clock had run out. But guess what? The clock is still ticking. And it's ticking in your favor. You woke up today. That means your story isn't finished. That means there is still potential in your heart, strength in your soul, and time left on the clock. So stop measuring your life by someone else's milestones. Stop rushing through your growth just to prove to the world that you're not falling behind. Because you're not. You're right where you need to be. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now. This video is your reminder, no, your wake-up call, that the timing of your life is not wrong. It's yours, and it's beautiful, and it's enough. Over the next few minutes, we're going to silence the lies, crush the fear of being too late, and light a fire under the truth that your time is not over. Your time is coming, and when it arrives, you'll be more ready than ever. So take a breath, let go of the pressure, and let's begin this journey together, because you are not behind. Time is still on your side. Stop comparing your timeline. We live in a world where the illusion of speed equals success. Everywhere you look, someone seems to be ahead. Your friend just bought their first house. Your cousin is already running a business. That classmate from college, married with kids and posting daily updates from some exotic vacation. And then there's you, scrolling through it all, wondering silently, why am I not there yet? Let's get something straight. You are not behind, you're not late, you're not a failure, you're not moving too slowly, you're moving according to your own timeline, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. But comparison, that's the thief. It robs you of your peace, your confidence, your progress. And the worst part, you're comparing your real life, full of quiet struggles, hidden sacrifices, and internal battles, to someone else's filtered highlight reel. That's not fair to you. You see, life isn't a race with one track. It's a collection of millions of paths. Each one custom designed for a different soul. Some people take off running at 20, hit their goals by 25, and burn out by 30. Others move slowly, learn deeply, and rise strong in their 40s, 50s, or beyond. It's not about who gets there first. It's about who gets there whole. You are building something real. Maybe you're healing from trauma. Maybe you're figuring out who you are. Maybe you're starting from zero with no support, no shortcuts, and no handouts. That alone is a miracle in motion. You're not behind, you're becoming. What if the so-called delay is actually your preparation? What if what feels like stagnation is life positioning you for something you're not even ready to carry yet? Sometimes time is not a punishment, it's protection. It's building your patience, your character, your foundation, so that when the opportunity comes, you're not just ready to receive it, you're ready to handle it with strength. Let go of the pressure to rush. Let go of the panic that you're missing out. You're not missing anything that's meant for you. What's meant for you will arrive. Not when you chase it in fear, but when you grow into the version of you who's ready for it. The moment you stop measuring your progress by someone else's pace, you'll find peace, real peace, because you'll realize you were never late. You were just early in discovering what matters most, your growth, your truth, and your journey. So stop comparing your timeline. Stand tall in your process. Time is still on your side, and it's moving with you, not against you. The lie of too late. There's a quiet fear that creeps into so many minds, the belief that it's too late to chase the dream, too late to start over, too late to change direction, too too late to become the person you always wanted to be. It whispers in your ear when you think about trying again. It shows up when you scroll through success stories and feel like you missed your chance. But here's the truth that silences that lie. You are not too late. You're right on time. That voice telling you it's over? That's fear talking, not fact. Life doesn't operate on one universal timeline. There isn't some giant scoreboard in the sky keeping track of who achieved what by which age. That's society's pressure, not your reality. Think about it. Who decided that you need to be successful by 25, married by 30, financially free by 35? These are made-up expectations that don't account for your path, your battles, your healing, or your growth. Life isn't a race with checkpoints. It's a canvas, and you get to paint it at your pace. Look at the people who made it later in life. Samuel L. Jackson got his first major movie role at 46. Julia Child didn't publish her first cookbook until she was 50. Ray Kroc founded McDonald's in his 50s. These aren't stories of people who were behind. They're stories of people who didn't give up just because the world told them they were late. The problem isn't time, it's doubt. It's the belief that the opportunity has passed. But opportunity doesn't come once in life. It circles back. It waits at the intersection of readiness and courage. So instead of asking, "Am I too late?" ask this, "Am I ready to begin now?" Because the only way to truly lose time is to waste the moment you're in by wishing you had started sooner. Don't do that. Don't look back with regret when the door ahead is wide open. Don't mourn the years you think you lost. On. Or them by stepping into your future with boldness. You haven't run out of time. You've just run out of excuses. The universe doesn't care how old you are. It cares how hungry you are, how willing you are to grow, how much faith you have in your own story. And as long as you're breathing, as long as your heart is still beating, there is still time to become everything you were born to be. Let the world say what it wants. Let the timelines scream all they want. You keep walking, you keep showing up, you keep choosing yourself, because your time is not gone. It's just beginning. Delay isn't denial. You've been working. You've been trying. You've been planting the seeds, showing up every day, hoping, praying, and giving it everything you've got. And yet, the results aren't showing. The dream feels just out of reach. You keep asking, why is it taking so long? And then doubt creeps in, the kind that whispers, maybe it's just not meant for me. But I want you to hear this loud and clear. Delay is not denial. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it never will. Just because the door hasn't opened doesn't mean it's locked. And just because it's quiet right now doesn't mean growth isn't happening. Think of nature. A seed doesn't sprout the moment it's buried. First, it breaks. It breaks under pressure. It breaks in darkness. It sends roots down long before anything ever pushes upward. Growth always begins unseen. The delay you're feeling, that's your roots getting stronger. That's your foundation being built. That's your future being secured from the inside out. If everything you wanted came to you instantly, you wouldn't be ready to carry it. You might fumble it. You might sabotage it. You might not even recognize it. Sometimes the wait isn't punishment, it's preparation. Sometimes the delay is not holding you back, it's holding you together. The world has convinced us that if it doesn't happen fast, it won't happen at all. But anything worth having takes time. Deep time. You don't want surface-level success. You don't want a breakthrough you can't sustain. You want real, lasting change. And that requires patience, persistence, and trust in the process. So if you're in a season of waiting, don't panic, don't quit, don't resent the delay. Let it teach you, let it stretch you, let it mold you into someone who's not just capable of success, but worthy of it. The delay is refining you, it's making you wiser, stronger, sharper. It is burning away what doesn't belong. It's strengthening your character, because when your moment comes, and it will, you'll need more than talent to stay there. You'll need resilience, maturity, humility, and that's what this waiting season is giving you. Don't confuse silence with absence. Just because you don't see movement doesn't mean nothing is happening. The universe often works in the unseen, behind the scenes, preparing the stage before it pulls back the curtain. So keep going, keep building, keep trusting. Your dream is not denied. It's developing. It's coming together in ways you can't even see yet. It's aligning with the version of you that's still becoming. You're not being left behind. You're being set up. And when it's time, everything will align, not a moment too early or too late. Delay is not denial, it's divine timing at work. Trust the timing of your life. There's a deep frustration that comes when you feel like you're doing everything right, but nothing seems to be moving. You're putting in the work, you're staying disciplined, you're making the sacrifices, and yet the breakthrough hasn't come. The success hasn't shown up, the door hasn't opened, and in those moments, it's easy to doubt the timing of your life. But here's the truth. Timing is everything, and your life isn't off track. It's unfolding in a way you may not understand yet. Just because you don't see the full picture doesn't mean it's not coming together. Imagine baking a cake. You can have the best ingredients, mix them perfectly, set the temperature just right. But if you pull it out too early, it's ruined. Timing is what transforms preparation into fulfillment. You have to trust the process. And more importantly, you have to trust the pace. There's a rhythm to your life, a divine sequence that's designed not just for your destination, but for your development. If you rush it, you miss the strength. If you force it, you miss the growth. Every pause, every detour, every delay is part of the timing. Maybe the reason things are taking time is because you're not just being blessed, you're being built. Maybe the timing is giving you emotional depth, spiritual strength, mental clarity, qualities you'll need to sustain the dream when it arrives. Too many people chase success, but fall apart when they get it because they weren't built to carry it. That's why your timing matters. What good is it to arrive at your dream if you're not ready to live it? Don't just pray for the opportunity, pray for the maturity to handle it. You see, the right thing at the wrong time can become the wrong thing. You can meet the right person, land the right job, or start the right business. But if your mindset, your habits, or your heart aren't in the right place, you won't be able to hold on to it. That's why the timing of your life is so important. Trust that the delays are not rejections, they are redirections. Trust that the pauses are not failures, they're protection. Trust that the closed doors are not losses, they're guidance. Sometimes, not getting what you want right away is the best thing that could happen to you, because it teaches you endurance. It teaches you humility. It teaches you to rise from within instead of depending on outside validation. So breathe, slow down, stop panicking over the calendar. Stop letting someone else's timeline make you feel like you're late. You're not behind, you're being prepared. And when it's time, everything that's meant for you will align. With power, with purpose, and with perfect timing. You are not forgotten. You are not delayed, you are becoming, and everything that's yours is on its way. Everyone's path is different. Respect yours. One of the biggest mistakes we make is assuming life has a right path, a formula, a set route, a fixed timeline. We think if we don't follow it, we're failing. Graduate by 22, married by 28, successful by 30, retired by 50. These expectations are sold to us like truth, but they're nothing more than pressure wrapped in perfectionism. You're not here to copy someone else's journey. You're here to live yours. Your story is not supposed to look like anyone else's. And just because your milestones don't match your peers doesn't mean you're lost. It means your path is custom built, full of experiences meant to shape only you. Some people find purpose early, others take time. Some get clarity after failing 5 times. Others never know what they're looking for until they stumble into it one random day. That doesn't make one better or more successful. It makes them different, and difference should be respected, not judged. Your path might include detours, restarts, heartbreaks, or rest periods. That doesn't make you behind. That makes you human. Stop looking left and right. Look forward. Focus on what matters to you. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What kind of life am I proud of building? The answers may surprise you, and they won't be found in comparison. Everyone's pace is different. Everyone's background is different. You don't know the full story behind someone else's success. Maybe they had help. Maybe they sacrifice things you're not willing to. Maybe they're dealing with battles you can't see. The beauty of life lies in its unpredictability. You might feel stuck today but find purpose tomorrow. You might feel lost this year and be on fire next year. Trust the flow. Don't rush the unfolding. You are not lost. You are just on a different road. And that road still leads somewhere beautiful. Let others run their race. Ace it. You walk yours. Steady, strong, and with your head held high. Because when you get there, whenever there is, it will be yours, authentically, powerfully, and without regret. You're not behind, you're aligned with your own truth. That's a win worth waiting for. Your journey deserves patience, not pressure. We've become so addicted to speed that we've forgotten the value of process. We want the results, but not the journey. The success, but not the growth. The reward, but not the patience. But life doesn't work that way. Everything real takes time. And your journey, the one you're on right now, deserves your patience. It's okay if you haven't figured it all out yet. It's okay if you are still healing, still searching, still learning who you are. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you alive. What if the process you're trying to rush is the very thing building your strength? What if the time it's taking is the very thing preparing you to receive and keep the life you've been dreaming of? Fast success often leads to fast failure. But when you grow slowly, step by step, day by day, you become unshakable. Why? Because you've earned it. You've bled for it, you've endured for it, and what you build with patience, you protect with purpose. Give yourself room to evolve. Allow your pace to be your power. Remind yourself that nobody wakes up great. Even the strongest people you admire took years to rise. They stumbled, they doubted, they wanted to quit, but they stayed the course. And you can too. Stop pressuring yourself to arrive. Start honoring your commitment to grow. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to impress the world with speed. What matters is staying in the game, even when it's slow. What matters is not giving up on yourself when the results aren't instant. Your journey deserves kindness. Your heart deserves space. Your future deserves a foundation, not a fast track. You're not late. You're learning. You're not stuck. You're stretching. And that stretch is where strength is born. Patience is not weakness. It's wisdom. And when you pair it with consistency, there's nothing you can't build. Keep going. Not because you're behind, but because you're becoming. The power of starting where you are, you keep waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect sign. But the truth is, there's never a perfect moment. There's only now. And now is enough to begin. You don't need more time. You need more courage. You don't need all the answers. You need the guts to take one small step. Because the secret to success isn't in having it all figured out. It's in starting before you do. Don't wait for confidence. Take action and let confidence follow. Too many people spend years preparing but never beginning. They plan, they daydream, they overthink. Meanwhile, life keeps moving, and all they're left with is regret. Not because they failed, but because they never started. Start where you are, with what you know, with what you have. No, it might not be perfect. No, you might not feel ready. But momentum is more powerful than perfection. Every expert was once a beginner. Every master once felt like a mess. Every strong person once felt unsure. What separates them from the rest is that they moved despite the fear. Don't underestimate what one consistent effort can do. A single step, taken daily, can move mountains. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just climb the first step. Don't let time intimidate you. Let it fuel you, because the more you wait, the more time you waste. But when you move, even slowly, you reclaim your power. You are not behind. You're just one brave decision away from momentum. So don't wait for the clock. Don't wait for approval. Don't wait for the right moment. This is your moment. This is your time. And the best way to honor it is by starting now. Your time is still coming. You've questioned yourself. You've wondered if you missed your chance. You've sat in silence while others celebrated. You felt overlooked, unheard, and unseen. But I want you to hear this now. Your time is still coming. Not everything good comes fast. Not every blessing arrives on demand. But that doesn't mean it won't come. You're still in the story. And the next chapter could change everything. Your time isn't just about opportunity, it's about alignment. When who you are aligns with what you've been working toward, doors will open. But that alignment requires you to keep going. Even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, even when you feel forgotten. You were not created to peak early and burn out. You were created to grow slowly, deeply, and purposefully. And that kind of growth takes time. So don't let temporary silence convince you of permanent failure. Don't let delayed success convince you it's out of reach. The universe hasn't given up on you. Don't give up on yourself. The people who win aren't always the fastest. They're the ones who keep standing. The ones who don't let the clock define them. The ones who keep watering their dreams even when the soil looks dry. And one day, maybe sooner than you think, it will happen. The breakthrough, the opportunity, the yes. And when it does, it'll make sense. You'll see why it took time. You'll see how every setback was a setup. You'll see how every delay was preparation. You are not behind. You are building. And your time, your true, destined, undeniable moment is still coming. Hold on. Keep walking. The best isn't behind you. It's still ahead. So now, after everything we've talked about, after confronting the comparisons, rejecting the lie of too late, embracing the delay, and learning to trust your timing, ask yourself one honest question. What if you're not behind at all? What if you've been right on schedule this entire time, but you were too busy looking sideways to see it? It's easy to fall into the trap of urgency, the pressure to make something happen now, to catch up, to rush because someone else got there first. But let me remind you, this isn't a race, it's your life. And life isn't about how fast you go, it's about how true you stay to the journey that's yours alone. Every moment you've lived, even the ones that didn't make sense, has shaped you. The lessons, the heartbreak, the silence, the detours, the restarts. They weren't punishments, they were preparation. You didn't waste time, you built character, you built strength, you built you. And now you're ready to move forward without shame, without doubt, without apology. You're ready to stop saying, I should be further, and start saying, I'm exactly where I need to be. Because the truth is, nothing meant for you will pass you by. The doors that matter will open when you're ready. The right opportunities will arrive when your soul is aligned. And even if they take time, even if they don't come tomorrow or next week, they will come. And when they do, you'll realize why it all took the time it did. So don't rush your process. Don't insult your journey by trying to skip the very parts that are building your greatness. If today feels slow, heavy, uncertain, that's okay. Walk through it, trust it, keep going. Because life has not passed you by. It's calling you forward. And it's not asking for perfection, just your persistence. Let this be your turning point. The moment where you stop chasing someone else's version of success and start embracing your own. The moment where you stop measuring your life by years and start measuring it by growth, by courage, by truth. You're not late, you're not behind, you are becoming. So don't give up, don't count yourself out. Don't let the world rush you out of your own destiny. You still have time to build, time to grow, time to become someone greater than you've ever imagined. Time is still on your side. And as long as you're breathing, the best chapters of your story haven't even been written yet. So stand up, breathe deep, and walk your path with power. Because you're not behind, you're just getting started. Your time is not over, it's only beginning.